Hey friends, what's going on? Dave here with Stalls and Transfer Express. Today we're jumping into EasyView and I want to show you how you could design and get a little bit more in depth into EasyView. So last week, if you saw, or 2 weeks ago, you saw us work on EasyView and design some concepts. We brought in some artwork and changed a whole bunch of stuff around. We showed you the basics and a lot of the tools. We're going to get a little bit more in depth here today. If you missed that one, no worries. We're going to cover some basics right up front before we dive in. Of course, you could always find this and come back, or you could design along over at transferexpress.com. EasyView is a free online designer. I'm going to pull up transferexpress.com right here. And so you see it right here on screen. I'm going to put my little head right down here in the corner, and I might actually remove myself when we start talking about pricing, because I want to show you how you could use this tool not only to be more efficient with design, but expand your capabilities, even if you cannot draw a stick figure, right? I went to art school, still paying the student loans for going to art school, right? But you don't have to do that. You could have the same exact capabilities that a lot of professional artists have. And even, I will say, love Illustrator and love Photoshop, right? But when I'm trying to just do some designs, I'm going to go here to EasyView. So let's go in right here. I'm going to click Order Transfers at transferexpress.com and go into the EasyView Online Designer. If you're over on stalls.com, EasyView is also available there too. You'll find it right up in the top navigation, and it says EasyView LTE. I do want to ask you that these lives here on social media, from YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, wherever you're tuning in from, if you have any questions along the way here, drop them right in the comments right below where you're watching it. They're going to come into me here in real time, regardless of where you are tuning in from. If you're on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, right? I want to be here to help you. That's what all of this is built to do, to expand your capabilities and help you be confident to be able to sell more apparel, right? I want you to be efficient, and time is money in any industry, specifically in the printing industry, right? And so I use EasyView all the time, even with a very, very strong design background. For t-shirt graphics, this is so easy to pull trending artwork. And in a lot of cases, when somebody wants the company name, or, you know, it's the family vacation, we just want some curved text and a palm tree, we go into EasyView and we're able to pull this up. So welcome to EasyView Online Designer. If this is your first time ever seeing it here, this is a free 100% completely free design tool that you could use to create custom t-shirt artwork. So say for my example right there, a family is going on vacation. They want a little bit of curved text and a palm tree. Let's just pull this up, right? We could click on occasions, or you could see here too, I just clicked on add layout over here on this side. Now you don't need a super powered computer. You don't need a MacBook. You could use a Chromebook. Any internet connected device works here, right? So we're going to see promo layouts right here. And this is going to show you the newest, most recently added stuff. So we see like this Diamond Social Club, super, super trending on Etsy. When you look at the Sideline Social Club, or like those baseball tees, right? So it makes it so easy to be able to customize these to whatever you need. Now, these aren't stock transfers, right? You could pull these up and start changing anything in here, right? So say we want this, it's going to be the third base social club right here, right? And we don't want this softball. Maybe we want a home plate graphic. We could just click replace clip art. We're going to click replace clip art, and let's say we're just going to type in home, right? We could go in through all of these categories, but I like using the search up here. So we have homes, we have home plate. Cool. I like this one. And it's just going to replace the artwork right there, right? That's not third base. I understand that's home plate. So maybe let's change it to home plate. Was it home plate originally? I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But say we want to add something else on this, that's fine. Let's go to clip art and let's just search baseball, right? And we're going to see if we could find a baseball player. We could add this into here. Ooh, I like that little guy, right? And you see that like kind of trending cartoon style, right? You'll find a whole bunch of them in here. I want to find like a baseball player. Maybe I should have said baseball player a little bit more specific. Ooh, pixel art. That's also coming up, and definitely something to keep an eye out for too when we talk about trends. Let's see. Now we're starting to get into some baseball players here. I want kind of like a nice retro look. Bam. Something like this one. Perfect. We're just going to scale this down, and now we have this design. We want to get rid of these, right? We want to change colors. It's going to be going on a I don't know, maybe like a denim shirt here. We want this to be the team color of navy for like a nice tone on tone. I just went up here to the edit menu. You could select your ink color. So we'll select our ink color right here. Let's do like a nice navy, and bam, right? All of this stuff, we want to remove this element. That's fine. All of these layouts are instantly customizable. So it's better than stock art. You get all of these trending layouts, but you could customize to be whatever you want. Now, this is where I am going to hide my head here because I want to show you the bottom of the screen here in Easy View. So we have screen print goof proof. We have our standard gang sheet size. We have a jumbo gang sheet size, but let's just say single image here, right? So our artwork is 10 by 9. So our single image size for this, we do have two sizes here at Transfer Express, 12.75 by 9 or 11 by 14. So this is at 9.36. So let's just adjust the size. Now you could always just drag and drop this too, which is going to adjust the size. You'll see it update in real time. Or if we want to max it out to be that exact 9, I'm going to type in 9. And it resizes all right here in real time. Now, say we need, 55 of these or something, right? They're going for the entire league. We don't know how many we're going to sell, but there's 300 kids part of this little league, right? So we're going to type in 55 right here, and we can see that these are just 99 cents per image. We're going to pay 54 bucks for 55 of these. Man, that's awesome to have that pricing right there right away. And now these are set for our screen print transfer. In the print method, you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner here, we have screen print goof proof. So these look, feel, wash, and wear like a traditional screen print. They apply in 4 seconds with your heat press, right? And so for single color artwork like this, it is just another tool in your toolbox where DTF, don't get me wrong, is great, right? But let's just go ahead and price this out at DTF. Full color, ultra color max. Now, instead of 99 cents, let me go to our single image pricing instead of a gang sheet price here. But instead of 99 cents, now these are $5.76 per image, right? This is going to help you be so more profitable. It's going to put money in your pocket. It's a designer, right? It's so much more than a designer. So that's kind of the basics of what EasyView does. And then say you want to show this on an online store. You want to post about it on social media. We'll click mockup right here. This is all in the same program. And I'm telling you, this is free. I know it sounds too good to be true, but this is one of the best kept secrets in the apparel decorating industry. If you are decorating with a heat press, whether you're just getting started, whether you're running a full service production shop, there are shops that I've talked to that are using EasyView for production artwork when, instead of going to Fiverr. Because why pay somebody on Fiverr 10, 15, 20, 25 bucks to design something, do back and forth when you could do it all, even if you're not a designer, right? Hey, I saw this thing on Etsy. They send you this photo and, I can knock this out. But we're going to mock it up too. So say they want this, one of the most popular tees right now, if you're out there decorating apparel, Comfort Colors 1717. So you'll see in this mock-up section, if we click use apparel, we could also upload our own photo, right? But if we want to use apparel, let's click use apparel and we'll search 1717. Now, you don't have to guess on colorways at all, right? When we click 1717, this is a photo of the actual shirt. Let me just turn this watermark off too, which you could customize this watermark to be your own. So if I just say Transfer Express, it's going to update in real time. Or we want to post it on social media. We want to get people interested just to see how many people could maybe pre-sell this and we could sell it to, right? Or just to generate some interest. We'll click on that 1717 and we're going to see these real colorways, right? So that denim that I was looking for, here's a granite, here's a gray. Oh, maybe they don't have a denim color. Boom, wash denim, exactly what I was looking for. But you're not guessing. You're not going to promise somebody a color that you just eyedropper and it doesn't actually exist in that colorway of the shirt that they requested. So this puts you on rails and it sets you up for success. So boom, Home Plate Social Club right there. We're ready to go. We have these tees, but say we want to put it on the back. Cool. We got the back model. We also have some very nice stylized, just no models, ghosted t-shirts here. So you could really just put this up right here. I'm going to click back and then you could just click this download button right here. Mind blown. We literally just went in a couple minutes. We went from a customer's idea and now it's completely done, designed. What kind of power does that put in your pocket as an apparel decorator with a heat press when you say, hey, I could design for free? And then you just charge a couple extra bucks per shirt, right? And you're going to be that same price as, say, Custom Ink or whoever they go to on Google to type custom t-shirts. I know so many apparel decorators out there that say, oh, you don't have a print ready file? Cool. It's $50 minimum for me to get you. And they're like, well, I mean, we're just looking to do like 50 shirts. Like, you're going to add $50 on it for design? Oh, man. And then they're going to go to Fiverr, they're going to go to Etsy, or they're going to go buy some artwork from their cousin Jeremy who thinks that he knows Photoshop. And then it's just a not print ready file, right? And it's a whole hassle. It's a whole headache, and you're still wasting time on it. You could offer your customers this service, especially if you're just starting out. This is how you unlock everything. No subscription. And this file is print ready. We could order it right now, right? It's going to tell us, well, we're not going to order it as DTF here because it's going to be $316. Again, we're going to go down here to the bottom, and all of this costing and quoting all happens in real time. So screen print, I'm going to click on that goof proof. And again, you have the ordering options. Excuse me. Whoa, I'm getting too excited here for Easy View. But you could tell, even having went to graphic design school, I love this program, right? So simple, so easy. Here we're at 55. Again, back down to that 99 cents, right? All here at the bottom. If we change this quantity to say we need 95 of them, cool. 95, we got it. It's $94.99 per image. But you'll see a warning pop up here, right? I wish I could zoom in so you could see that a little bit clearer. But what this actually says at the bottom is save $15.05 by increasing your order quantity to at least 100. So wait, not only are we designing, we're mocking up, we're getting costs and quoting, but now wait, this designer is actually saving me money by saying, hey, just order 5 more prints and we're going to take $15 off your whole order. This can't be real. I promise you. This is real. It's absolutely incredible. This software is, the team that put this together truly knows apparel decoration, knows what's going to help you, whether you're getting started, whether you're already running a successful business, whether you are a one-person shop, or maybe you have 2-3 employees that are doing some production for you. You want to focus on selling and maintaining those customer relationships. Here is how you do it, right? You could even design this right in front of their eyes, right? So I'm going to click this button that says Save Me Money. And I want you to pay attention right here to this $94.05. Save me money. I clicked it. $79 now, 100 prints, $79, 79 cents per image. It just saved us $15. Now that $15 is either cost savings that you're passing on to your customers, or that is now that cost savings is 15 extra bucks in your pocket. How cool is that, right? So all of this is an Easy View. One thing I do want to showcase too is, I'm going to hide my head here too, that we see all the pricing right down here at the bottom. So maybe a customer's looking over your shoulder and they're like, oh, what's this Transfer Express site? I think I could do this myself. I could do this. Like, this seemed too easy, right? Oh, $79, and they're going to charge me $13 for these shirts. Unbelievable, right? Don't worry about that, right? Here in the Easy View, this is an advanced setting that I feel like a lot of people don't know. And that's what we're going to cover here today and the rest of our little live this afternoon, is the tips and tricks that you might not know for Easy View. So here, if we just go up here to the top right, we could click Settings, and I'm going to click Customer Mode. Now that Transfer Express logo, right? I'm just going to say, let's say I go full screen. Excuse me, I got a little tickle in my throat from talking about Easy View here. John, I see your question coming in from Facebook. John asks, need to watch this later. I'm thinking this will be on our YouTube page. Sure is going to be on YouTube. Go to Transfer Express, just click Lives, and you'll see the replay of this one. If you search Easy View Online Designer, we've got a full list of tutorials too that you could go through. But John, thanks for chiming in, man. We're always here to help. If you have any questions, drop them on those YouTube videos or the replay of this here on Facebook as well. We have an entire social media team that will answer you as quick as possible. And I will say, I even go in there 2 o'clock at night where I can't, when I can't sleep, I'll answer comments and questions, right? Let's see. This is Tina. Okay, now you're helping. So helpful today. Not that the others haven't been, but this one's been extremely helpful. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, we are all about helping decorators save money, save time, and really excel to really meet the needs of your customers, right? So here, we now no longer have pricing. I could still set all the settings and stuff right down here at the bottom of the screen. I could set my quantity, but then I could just save this for later. So I'm going to say this is HP Social Club, and I could even select a folder. Let's make a new folder here. So this folder is going to be baseball season 2025. Boom. Save job. It's saved, right? Now, when our customer says, well, how much is that going to cost? You could say, hey, I got to run some numbers. Let me crunch some numbers. I'll get back to you in just a minute. Or maybe they're not over your shoulder anymore and you've rotated the laptop away from them, and you could just be like, all right, cool. Design mode. All right, cool. That's going to cost me $79. I'm going to just double the cost on that. So it's going to be $160 for the printing. And then double the cost on the blank or whatever you want to do. I will say tomorrow, if you need any pricing help, Liz has a webinar tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time talking all about pricing that you should hang out. I don't want to get super deep into pricing right now. We're in Easy View, but this thing's going to save you money, right? So if you miss that one, say 95 quantity right here, it actually wants to save you money because it knows where those quantity breaks are with the transfers. So if it knows you're close to it, here we're just 5 away, and it could save us $15. That's awesome, right? So you click save me money, and instead of paying $94, now you're paying $79. What other company on the planet would try to save you money like this? We want you to be successful. Transfer Express is all about building your business to be bigger, to be better, to be more profitable, to be more successful, regardless of what success looks like for you. So I see Rob chiming in too. This is great. Can't wait to watch it later. Thanks so much, Rob. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, if you have any questions later, let us know, right? But the beauty of being live right now is you can say, whoa, Dave, slow down. What did you just do? And I'll stop and I'll go back around. So keep those comments and questions coming. Great to hear from you guys over in the internet world. And of course, if you want to connect in person, the next show that I'm going to be at is going to be the Decorated Apparel Expo in Nashville, coming up in just a couple weeks. So if you're in that area, come on out. It's a 2-day show. We do have some education. I don't know if we'll have a monitor for EasyView, but guess what? I'm going to love to nerd out about print, regardless of how you're printing. DTF, screen print transfers, emblems and patches, whatever it might be. I am here to help your business succeed. I've been in the apparel decorating industry for 15 years. And yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes and spent way too much time designing stuff. So boom, here we go. Let's go back here. So we have all this home plate stuff, and then we're going to move on to another customer. So I'm just going to click new here, right? And it's going to refresh us out. So new right here at the top. Yes, it's going to say you're resetting all your options. That's cool. But then that customer calls up and says, hey, could we actually change something on this, right? So you can see it's all saved here in the cart. So if we just go to baseball season 2025, we'll see that folder. You can see all of these different folders that we have set up in here. You could set them up for different customers. You could set them up for different seasons, different brands, whatever it may be, and you could archive them or delete them at any time, and they're going to stay archived. But these are only available then for you to see. Right? When you save them to your account, nobody else has access to your creations. And this is royalty-free artwork, right? So one great way to do it. So here, we just pulled it back up. I'm going to click new, and we're going to go to a brand new session here. So let's see. Let's go. Cindy says, why are some of the templates not editable, right? So for example, layout 3D 5A2, I want the Go Greek to be changed to, in other words, but I want some shadow effects the same as the template. This is a great question, Cindy. And Cindy from Creative Couture. If you see my little photo, I still have your business card right here on my desk, the old one. I have the new one too that you gave me. Oh, it's right here. Look at this. Cindy, I got your business card right here. Look, I got both of them. You can't even see it. Can't even see it right there. I just am blasting Cindy's internet information out to the internet everywhere. But Cindy's awesome. I know we connected at a show several times now. And yeah, chime in and let us know what your favorite part about going to shows are. So, but let's see. Okay. I want to help you out, Cindy. Let's look layout 3D. So I know some of the full color layouts actually use like raster elements that are not necessarily as customizable as others. However, most of the time they do incorporate some fonts that we're able to use here. Let's look. Okay, so I'm going to search. So Cindy mentions a layout here, and I just want to unpack a few things for those of you just joining me and maybe unfamiliar with EasyView Online Designer, right? So we have this thing called, well, all of these layouts, right, have these numbers. So like this one, 3D 589. Let's search 3D 582, right? So 3D 582. Let's say Go Greek, boom, just like this. So we do have this font that says Go Greek, and then we want to change it, right? So this does have kind of that pastel, and this is probably I'm going to say this is a custom gradient on here. So we do have some issues with at least the editability of a gradient like this. Now we can change the color of this gradient as we go, but we cannot change the font. So we want to change it to the Go Greek to be changed to another word, right? So what we could do is I'm almost guaranteeing that this right here is one of the fonts that are here in Easy View. So I'm just going to go over here and we're going to go, so 250 plus fonts. And I understand that I'm going fast. I want to slow down so that you guys can kind of follow along with me as well. So we'll just click this. I am going to type just Go Greek to match these fonts up. And then once we learn this, boom, we've got it. So in our edit menu over here on the left-hand side, we see that adorn is what's already selected because it's already been what's in this image. So these are editable texts. We see up here, we could change this to Dave says hi, right? So you can see how easy it is to edit that. We could also just double click, established 1999. Boom. Turn of the century. We're going to party like it's 1999. So here you could change all that, but we don't have those controls here. If we double click on Go Greek, we can't do it. So I'm going to just add text, right? In our add menu, you could add text, add clip art, add layouts, upload your own stuff. And then we're going to get into Team Builder here in just a minute, the mockup feature that we covered, and then also print standards, which hang around. I'm going to get into that as well. So here with font, I'm going to go in here and let's just search script, right? So I'm going to search script and look for this G. This is a very, let's see, look at that. Funky Dory. That's what it is. So we have Go Greek set, ready to go. Now, if we want that same effect, we could do a pattern fill here, right? So we could do a pattern fill, and one of these pattern fills is actually, let's see, we should be able to get some colors in here. I am going to change our transfer type. So this is a great thing to point out too. I'm going to hide my little head. So it's just going to be the full screen here so you can see what I'm doing when I get down to this bottom corner. So you'll notice in this pattern fill, we do have, because we are set to a screen print method right now, it's only going to lock us to the screen print patterns, right? So we're not going to be able to do any of these gradients. You can never do something like this with a screen print transfer with these. How many colors are in this? 1, 2, 3 color gradient? Nah. Not going to happen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to screen print, full color, ultra color max. And then we could go back to this square inch pricing. You set all your ordering options right down here at the bottom of the screen. So with this, it says Go Greek. It is slightly turned, right? Which is okay, but we see it's kind of skewed where it's still standing straight up. Like look at the R. I have this at almost the same exact angle, but we have our R standing straight up here, and this R is leaning backwards. Cool. We could fix this, right? This is so easy. I'm just going to scale it up to be about the same size. So resize proportionately, uncheck that. And you'll notice these extra handles that show up all around our box. Now, if we want to like squish this, we totally can, right? I'm just going to click Control Z, or you could click undo, and it's going to undo any steps that you do. You'll see, if I click resize proportionally, it doesn't give me those controls. Grab this one right here, and now we could skew that, right? So now it's looking exactly like how that is. I want to change the letter spacing, maybe bring them in a little bit. Perfect. That's exactly what it looks like. So I'm going to do a couple things here. So one thing that I'm going to do is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that exact grading, which is probably why this is a thing. But Cindy, we're going to try it here. Outline. We're going to add an outline here. And so this, I mean, even if we wanted to just change this to like pink, we totally could. You could see that it is out of gamut here. That it is not a standard stock color. It's pulling in what's from right here. So we can totally make this nice and thick if you just wanted to do that all pink. And then let's just actually make this one of our actual reds, right? So we could say reds. Where's our reds at? Rubine red. Perfect. That one's there. Maybe a fuchsia. Cool. Something like that. Excellent. So with this one, we got that. Let's take this black and I'm going to change it to no ink. So then whatever color we want to put this on, a gold shirt, or let's go back to that denim, right? We got it. Let's make this a little bit brighter. We'll go back to that other red that I had, that first one, rubine red, or even like a medium pink. Cool. We wanted to change color on it just like that. So now instead of Go Greek, we could have our other thing here, and now we have this as editable text, right? So we could say, let's just say, what do we want it to say? What do we want it to say, Cindy? We're going to have it say Cindy. Look at that. So even there where it kind of like cuts in here now and it looks a little funky, that's okay. We have the capabilities to space this out, right? So just like this, we've got it set. Now I do want to try one thing too to see if we could get this pattern. I've never tried this before, so we are on the fly here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste this out. That's Control C, Control V to save it. But now we have editable text right here all the time, right here in the EasyView Online Designer. So really cool stuff that we could do. I'm going to go to Object. Oh, we can't weld that. I bet we can if we put another piece of clip art. I'm just going to do a basic shape. We're going to take this. I'm going to move this down. Now the welds usually used for script and tail, and Dave's going off script here, but you guys are along for the ride here, okay? So I hope you're ready. You're ready to see some magic in EasyView, because I know I am. So what we could do is if we weld this, it's going to turn into an object and not necessarily live text. So if we really wanted to get this gradient back with changing the text, we're going to see what we could do. Object, weld. We pop this one in. Let's see if it welds. It does. And we have to go back. But now, let's see if we could even add that fill. I'm just testing it out, right? So like a pastel gradient here. Nope, it fills in. I was trying to fill the stroke on that. That's not going to work. Okay, we're backing up. So, but essentially you see here, we aren't able to exactly capture that gradient, but we were able to find the font that was in there to match this layout. And I wish we're going to get it soon. We are going to get it soon where you're going to be able to edit some of these full color clip arts. And we could definitely put that gradient on the inside here with this. And if you want one that could change, this is a hot tip, the gold gradient. So if we wanted to change this gradient back in to say those colors that we had in our original design here, let's try this out. So there was this like peach, and then there was this yellowish, right? So I don't know what other colors pulling in here. And one of them it's one of them here. Let's just go no ink. Cool. We'll drop that out. So you can see that you could change those colors of that gradient. Again, that pattern fill is the gold gradient, and you're able to change that. Is the pastel gradient texture allow you to do that too? Nope. It's just the gold gradient texture. So great question. Keep those questions coming. I see some more in there. So yes, there are ways around it, but some of those 3D clip arts, so you'll notice some of these, they have different codes. But if we go to, let's just say add layout, because I saw one in here for promo layouts, like this cup right here. So this is a raster image in the background that we are unable to necessarily edit. Now we could change the color of the straw, which is really cool, and change the color of the outline. But if we wanted to make this look like a boba tea or something, you know, we're not going to be able to do it. It's going to definitely be an iced coffee, but you want it to look like a Starbucks straw instead of a Dunkin' Donuts straw. Let's say Kelly. Boom. Now we could change it, and we could change these fonts and stuff. You see some of these just have these outline effects on them, exactly like we did with that live text. So yes, go sports. Oh, now I see that we wanted to do go sports on that one. So just like the other layout that we did the other day, right? So let's say we're designing from scratch. Customer says, I want a little baseball guy. I'm just thinking about that little baseball guy, right? So real trending artwork stuff that we see in those sports. So let's go to clip art, right? And so I'm just going to start with the clip art, and we're going to say, yeah, baseball. Now we could go to, let's just browse too instead of searching. So here, and we're going to click baseball, softball. Ooh, that guy's cool. Looking at the home run. That guy's pretty cool too. One of these baseballs, there's that guy. So look at all these new trending layouts that you could use here, even if it's going to be softball, right? So let's take this guy. I'm going to take this guy right here. Now, we don't want the white to be white because say we're going to be printing on a white shirt and we don't want to be printing white. Cool. Not a problem at all. We'll click no ink, and that's going to remove any areas of white here. There's just a few of them. So white, and no ink. And now it's going to be the shirt color, whether it's going to be on a charcoal shirt, whether it's going to be on a white shirt. Now we're knocking that out, right? When everybody says like, oh, DTF is thick and heavy, this gives you the tools to be able to modify this. And even if you wanted to add distressing, right, make this look like vintage and really put a lot of texture on it, you have one-click distressing right here. There's 5 different patterns that you could choose from that apply in real time. No need to mask, no need to go in, no need to destroy any artwork. Oh, this looks weird and I don't like it. Cool. Click clear distress and your artwork comes back ready to roll, right? So with this one, we want to create our own layout that we will use Cindy's text. go sports, right? And so we're just going to take this right here and change our font. So the same thing, we added our font. You'll see our font right here in the edit menu with our letter spacing, the color. We do want to change the color. Let's make it this navy color, the color of the outline of this little baseball guy. That's great. We could change our width if we wanted to. We could resize proportionately, which I do want to skew this a little bit, so maybe we're not going to do that. We'll rotate and just skew it just slightly. And even if I wanted to say break this to 2 different lines, cool, but I don't like this spacing. Same way we could fix the letter spacing, we fix the line spacing and bring it closer. Now we'll go in here, and it makes it really hard to see when we go with those. What was that one? Funky Dory that we were using? Boom. There it is. And now the G touches the P. Cool. We've got it set, ready to go. You want to change your orientation so it's all right justified or all left justified or all center justified? Cool. No problem whatsoever. Even if we want this little baseball guy to be on top of that text, right? He's behind it right now. You could go up here, arrange, top, and now he's on top, right? Wherever you want it to be, now we're designing all right here, ready to go in the EasyView Online Designer. It doesn't get easier than this to be able to create custom artwork, right? So, boom, we showed some sportswear and spirit wear. We showed some pricing and everything here in the bottom, full color, ultra color max. So we could order just one of these, right? Say we want to test something out, right? Here, look. 4. Whoop. See, that's why you want to keep that resize proportionately checked. We're going to click 4 right here. That's going to be 4 inches. It's going to be full color, ultra color max. And this color is saying that we cannot print it because it's out of gamut. So it's going to change. And let's just do signal blue, right? Or maybe like a Valor blue. That goes back to that exact color that we had. 72 cents per image. It's going to quote us right here. We have our image ready to print. 72 cents, right? How cool is this, right? So really, really great to be able to do this in EasyView Online Designer. What was that? You said you wanted to mock it up just on a generic white t-shirt. Cool, no problem. I'm going to use these right here. We will turn our watermark off, and now we've got this one. What did I say? It was 4 inches, so maybe this is going to go for like a left chest or something. Right here, bam. We just created a design super quick from ideas on the internet, right? So Tina has a great thing here, right? And so Tina says, I asked, what's your favorite part about a show, right? Best things about the show in Orlando anywhere is you could touch and feel the shirts and product and you could see everything. It looks better than on a computer, obviously. And it absolutely does. Getting hands-on with equipment is a great thing that you could do at a show. Learning how to use software like this. We usually do have a kiosk set up at most of the shows, not all of the shows, where we could play with EasyView Online Designer, as well as get hands-on with equipment. There's not many places you could go that have all of the different swing away models, the auto open models, the air compressor, the like the dual air fusion with ProPlace. You can't see those very often. There's not just like a showroom in every city where you could stop and say, hey, I want to see how this heat press works and before I buy it, right? So that's a great thing about those shows to be able to do it. So yeah, really, really awesome. So another great question here. And Scott, I really appreciate you chiming in here. Scott from Vapor Ink Concepts in Long Island, New York. Loving the AI image enhanced you guys recently added for the lower quality originals. So that's the artwork, right? Will those ever be given the ability to go into EasyView and add type? 100%, Scott. I'm behind you. I've been advocating for the team, and we are going to notch another number to put this higher priority on the development list for our dev team to connect these two together, because I think that's so powerful. If you haven't seen the AI Assist at Transfer Express, this is mind-blowing, just game-changing enhancements to how you prep artwork, right? So when we talk about taking those files in, say, a low res, or it has soft edges, right? Because here in EasyView, this is actually going to flag for us. So say we have Ultra Color Max selected. If we go all the way to our checkout step, here's going to be our half step, our kind of optional step. If you want to check fabric compatibility, okay, I'm printing on Lycra. Cool. Ultra Color Max is going to be compatible, right? You could select Symbroidery, right? Now, Symbroidery is going to add a proofing fee to it, so $26, but we are going to digitize this file to make it look like it's embroidered. If you don't want it, that's fine, right? And it's going to be our regular price. Let's go back here. Let's make sure that the proof price defaults back here. Yep, there it is for our 72. So you see that we had some areas here light up because they are under minimums, right? So if we had any soft edges, like for a graphic that kind of like has a gradient or fades out to the garment background, you're not able to do that with Ultra Color Max or DTF prints, right? Well, you can do it. It's just going to look really bad and not what you intended. So we always check all the artwork so we ensure that it's going to show up at your door exactly how you expect it, right? No surprises. So the AI assist is going to be able to halftone that or remove any problem areas automatically for you. No proofing fee, no artist needed, no extra delays to turnaround time or production time. It ships the same as if you ordered it with a print ready file. But these are all just tools at your fingertips, again, to help you build a better business, to help you be more profitable, to help you be more efficient when you're uploading. Now, one of my favorite things about the AI assist is that you could actually drag and drop, like you have 10 pieces of art that you need to upload, you could just drag and drop all of them and it uploads them all at the same time. So it saves a ton of time and money, right? So as I'm talking about that, we are going to get out of EasyView. I know we're doing EasyView stuff right here, right? So I want to show you where to find that, right? So if you go here, transferexpress.com, this is the homepage. This is what it looks like. Go up to products and click DTF transfers, and that's going to land you right on the Ultra Color Max page. And this is where you could get started and start ordering, right? So we'll click get started, right? And it's going to pull up and allow us to pull up some files. My little finder window is not showing up, so I don't know why that's happening. So that's a little weird. But you can see me browsing through all of my files right here if you want to. Let me try to find a file real quick that has some transparency to it, right? So there was one that I used in the video that really was a great example to show you some of these different features and functionality of what could happen right here. Let me, if I can't find it, then let's see. Let's see. I think this is it. I think this is the car. My computer's being a little slow, live streaming to the internet, of course. So that one's going right there. That one's uploading. In that, I'm just going to go up here while this is uploading. I also want to exit full screen mode. So while that's uploading right there in the background, we could get back to EasyView. I know you have a busy day, so we're going to pack as much stuff and we're going to check back in on that AI assist in a minute. But that's how you get to it. Ultra Color Max. Just go on over to Ultra Color Max right here, products tab at the top. Click on DTF transfers, and that's going to put you in that AI assist. Back to EasyView we go, right? So teams, leagues, sports are something that a lot of decorators find a lot of challenge with, right? And Team Builder is a way to fix that. And Scott says, awesome, appreciate that. Thanks for taking the question. I'm taking all questions today. This is built to help you guys out. So as long as you're asking them, I'll be taking those questions. And Scott, absolutely always here to help you out, man. Every single time, even sometimes at 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't count on that. Just saying it's available sometimes. All right, we're going to go to Team Builder here. We do have to switch over to Ultra Color Max, and it prompts you to do all this, right? So if you're on Rails, you're able to go, right? So here we have the ability to add a layout, right? Or add a specific player or name. So I just want to add a layout, and you'll see that these are essentially jersey kits for almost any sport. So with football, you'll see here's the team names, and you'll have the numbers for sleeves, the number for the front, maybe a player name, maybe a team name that's going to go above it. You have these player kits already organized and ready to go. If you've ever done a team, league, or jersey order, you'll know keeping it organized with, okay, Johnson, number 23, he gets a size large. Okay, Smith gets number 3, and it's just so much to keep track of to be able to profit with your time, right? Because you're always double checking. You don't want to repress shirts, or you don't want to misprint shirts that then you have to reorder because the team had a 13 and a 31, and well, oops, now there's 2 13s, right? How do I know that? I have been there, right? I have made mistakes. I want to stop you from making the same mistakes that I've made, right? So let's say we're on our baseball kick today, right? The Cleveland Guardians just beat the Yankees last night, so we're going to do some team names and stuff here. So right in our Guardians colors. How about that? Huh? That worked out really well. So here, let's say we're talking about Guardians, right? Guardians. Don't come after me, MLB. This is for education purposes only. So when we were talking about that weld tool earlier, right? One thing I wanted to talk about is this script and tail, right? So where this script and tail comes right here, I don't want that outline to cross there, right? So I want it to all be one shape. Now, when I'm going to weld it, it's not going to allow me to edit this any longer. So I want to make sure that my text is correct. Now, of course, you could always just go back, undo, or be able to just go and create new text, pull the layout back up just as easy as we just did, right? So I'm going to click on object and I'm going to click weld. Now that's going to weld these two together, and you're going to see this is going to knock out right here where the S is. Boom. Now it did change our outline just slightly, which is not a problem at all. We could go in here, select add outline, click touching outline. I'm going to grab the color red. It's always going to show you colors in use. Oh, my head's covering it up. Great. Good job, Dave. Right here, we're going to click on, in our edit menu, we'll click outline, right? And it already has one applied. You click touching outline or separated outline if you want those two outlines in there. And so we just want touching outline, but we'll click the ink color, and right here it always shows you the colors that you have in use at the bottom. So you don't have to go scrolling through and be like, wait, did I pick maple red, or was it bright red, or was it phoenix red, or which one? No, just click this one right here. It'll tell you if you hover over, it says bright red, right? I don't know why it doesn't show up in the screen share here. We're going to fix that for the next time, because it seems like we're going to make this a regular series where we just do a little designing with Dave, right? I like doing it, and I'm doing it most days anyway here in the EasyView Online Designer. Why not share and help you out while we're doing it too? So just like that, we got it red. We can make it thicker. We can make it thinner, right? You have all of these controls always at your fingertips. I'm just clicking the thickness buttons right here. And so now we have Guardians, right? But now let's get to our player names. We're going to click back to Team Builder. We see player here. So I'm going to be Dave. I already am Dave. And my favorite number is 17. At least when I played Little League Baseball, I wore number 17 at third base, sometimes right field. Wherever I was needed, right? But I would also want to space this out because those letters were touching a little bit with the outline that we have applied to that. Cool. Well, that's Dave's jersey. Well, I could add another player. And what did I say? Smith is going to be number 16. And who else is this going to be? This is going to be Johnson and 23, right? So we could just click, and now it's updating all of this variable data, which is all fine and great, right? But that takes some time to manually do all that. And I know if you're anything like me, copying and pasting and just data entry probably is not your strong suite. Or even if it is, you might make mistakes, right? So I want you to be able to not make any of those mistakes and just take the information as the team gave you the roster, right? So I'm going to click add players instead of add player, right? So you see these two options. I'm going to click add players. Now you could copy and paste with just name, comma, number, or upload a TXT file, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So I just click that upload TXT file. We are going to go over to my my folder. I wish you could see me just going through my Finder. You're not really missing anything. But I'm just grabbing a TXT file, roster 2024 team, and you see it imports in just all right here. So pull everybody in, all set, ready to go right there. And I'm going to add players. So now I have the entire roster here. Boom, all set, all ready to go. Everybody's numbers already set. And this Guardians that I have on the page stays the same for everyone, right? So this is set for everyone. Say we want to add something for the left chest or maybe a sleeve graphic, right? Whatever you do, it's going to add for everybody too. Now, the only thing that's going to change is the stuff in these blue boxes, right? So when we say add name or add number over here in the edit menu, this is going to add that variable data. But say we add clip art, I'm almost positive we don't have a Guardian here, right? So let's just type in C. If we could get a C, we don't have any Guardians. Just seeing if we had like a stylized block C already, which we don't, right? And what is a Guardian anyway? They're statues down here in Cleveland. Yeah, we don't have any Guardians, right? So we are going to go in here and I'm just going to add text, right? So we have our new text and I'm going to double click in here. And let's do that block C. So I'm going to type in C just to get us the letter C and grab our font. So I'm going to go all fonts. Let's go sport block. It's going to give us one of these sport blocks right here, full block wide. Looks great. Ooh, that looks almost spot on to what that Cleveland C is, right? Let's go ahead and grab colors in use and you can see how easy this is coming together. We'll grab that outline. I'm going to hide my face because I realize that I'm covering up some of the stuff here. Grab that touching outline, and now we're going to make it look exactly the same. We'll grab the red right on the outside and adjust that outline to be just a little bit thicker. Now, say if I put this one, somewhere not obtrusive. I don't want to build a whole bunch of space on the gang sheet. But let's just say right there, when we go back to the team builder, whoever we look at, that C stays for them. So you're buying that full player kit every single time. Makes it so super easy. But team builder is something that not a lot of folks know about, right? So that's definitely one thing to keep in mind. Now, I did mention those print minimums, right? And you'll see print standards right under here at the bottom. And so very similar to when we were going through that heat map step. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got to go back here. Here's our AI assist, right? I hope Scott's still with us, right? So, but our print minimums, when we saw that that little line show up, we could say Ultra Color Max, and that's actually this right here. So super, 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 super tiny right there. If we zoom in, let's zoom into our C here and click that Ultra Color Max. This is 0.018 inches or about half a millimeter. It's like 0.4 millimeters, right? So this is super, super tiny, and that's the smallest that you're allowed to print. So those tools are always here available for you regardless of what transfer type you're using. You see screen print. You have the ink show through minimum. So we want to make sure that it doesn't close up on our inks. And then the minimum line thickness to make sure it's going to stay on the shirt, right? So, okay. This was our AI assist, right? So back over to our Ultra Color Max page here. We uploaded this file with transparency. So say this is going to fade kind of to that garment background, right? Let's just change the background to black here. And you can see it has this great smoky texture that fades to the garment background. We can't print that because Ultra Color Max needs white to print behind any color. So it can't print that transparency. Well, not until we do some processing on it. So let's just click, let's fix it, right? So this is very familiar of the image editor that we see in transferexpress.com in EasyView. You could keep original, you could remove the white background, or you could remove all white, which we definitely need the white in this car, right? And there is no white background because this was a transparent PNG file, right? So I'm going to say keep original, and it's going to dump it right in here. And it's going to give us some options, and it's processing the image and loading all of these at the same time, which I promise is going to be a little bit faster for you when you're not also live streaming to the internet at the same time that you're trying to use your internet connection to process artwork. So as we go through here, we're going to let that run its little thing, and we'll come back to it in just a minute. But I see some questions in there, so I want to make sure that we're still getting to them. Cindy says, I've used this, and it truly is such an amazing, neat feature. Yes, it surely is. Scott asks, I use the team builder for hockey jersey numbers. Ultra Color Max is phenomenal on my team jerseys. Yes, still here. Scott's hanging out with us. Cindy's hanging out with us. I think Darren was still hanging out with us too. Hopefully John and everybody else is. I see a whole bunch of people across everybody, all of these different sites tuning in live here to a live stream. Hopefully you're not playing hooky from work. Maybe it's your lunch hour. Maybe it's a little early. Cindy, I think you're out in like Washington, aren't you? Seattle area. If I recall correctly. So it's morning for you still. So you're sipping some coffee. Cheers. Oh, my photo's not up. I'm going to sip some coffee too. Cheers. It's always coffee time, especially in the Pacific Northwest. So some great coffee up there and some great donuts too. Side note, right? Donuts. We got clip art. Yep. Donuts. Donut clip art right there. Maybe just a regular donut. Boom. We got way more donuts right there. So yeah, all you can see, we got artwork for everything, right? So let's go right on over here. We're going to click. This is the sharpen things up. So this is back to the AI assist. So hopefully someday soon, these are connected. EasyView, AI assist, and allows you to throw these things back and forth. Because yeah, what if I did want to add some text to this? I can't, it's going to flag in the designer and not allow me to order it. So we could remove. So this is just going to remove any areas that are transparent. I think it makes the threshold right about like 95 pixels essentially, or 95% opacity. So it's going to flatten it, but you lose a lot of this detail up in the back, right? You could click turn transparency opaque, and that essentially is going to turn any areas that are transparent. You see this little line, it's working. But again, I'm live streaming. So it's going to take a little bit longer than you at home on your internet connection. So with this one, turns transparency opaque. So this actually looks really good, right? So it's going to take whatever background color or approximation and kind of flatten your transparency to it. So it makes these nice dark grays, but this still is going to give us a very hard edge right here. If you see where my mouse is moving, that's going to give us a hard edge. So we could blend white, which is essentially going to outline a little bit, right? So my favorite are these halftone models. This is seriously one-click halftoning, right? And I made an entire video over on our Transfer Express YouTube page where you could see how to do it in Photoshop, right? And I try to break it down as easy as possible if you have zero Photoshop experience and not the 15, 20 years of Photoshop experience that I have. But super simple, not going into masks, maybe a little destructive, but you're saving things out. I try to cover all the bases in there to make it as simple and easy as possible. If you just want to download a trial of Photoshop to halftone one image, you could totally do it, right? I want things to be accessible and easy, and I'm not here to gatekeep in any way. We're talking about the greatest secret of the apparel decorating industry here, and that is the EasyView Online Designer and the AI Assist. Although I don't think the AI Assist is too much of a secret, but if you're just finding out about it, use it, right? So here, look at this. Now it added this halftone. So now it gave me so much more depth and dimension here. But there's two models. We have an AM halftone and an FM halftone. I don't know what the AM stands for. It's amplification modulation. Somebody correct me. The dev team's probably like screaming at their computers right now, and I'll hear from them in a minute when they chat me to be like, this is wrong. But I know FM is frequency modulation, right? So like AM, essentially think of it, and the FM model is kind of mixed, right? AM, think of it as the dots vary in size at the same spacing, whereas an FM model is going to have the same size dot with variable spacing. Did I just say the same thing twice? The dot size changes, fixed spacing. The dot size stays the same, variable spacing. So flip-flop. I don't know what I just said. Hopefully I said it right. So you'll see that, yes, these dots here do vary in size, but the spacing is uniform. Now, when we go to FM, it's going to mix the two modes a little bit to give you something a little bit more natural and the smallest dot size that you could get utilizing DTF. Look at that. You can't even see some of those dots in there, right? So it gives this very nice gradual fade out to the garment. Looks so natural. And now you are printing this fade to the background with direct to film. Now, when you start adding all of those dots, you're introducing, just like when we're adding distressing, you're introducing so much negative space in the design, which is going to improve the way that it feels on the garment. And if you see me at any shows, I usually have some halftone DTF examples with me, and especially when you're using a high quality DTF like Ultra Color Max, where the white inks are trapped and it looks awesome. You can't even feel the print at all on the shirt. I did wash testing before I did any of these halftone tests and released a single video, because I am not here to mislead you and say, oh, wow, look, this feels great. And then the first time your customer washes it, it all just washes off. No, I did 50 personal wash tests on these garments to make sure that these dots would stay on there and they're not washing off, right? I did far beyond the minimums and way above the minimums, right? To see where that medium ground was. And that's exactly what we've done too, to ensure that these dots meet the minimum standards of what you're able to do with Ultra Color Max. So really, really awesome stuff. Is there a way to do it in Canva versus Photoshop? So Whitney, we're not talking about Canva here, because we're not talking about programs you have to pay for, or at least, I mean, we talked about Photoshop a little bit, but you could do all of this in EasyView right here. So this is free, always to use. And so upload your artwork in here into AI Assist, be able to upload stuff here. I am not aware of a way that you could do it with Canva, but I know to get those print ready files, you have to pay for Canva Pro. And then if you have Photoshop, of course, you could use Photoshop to do the halftone. We do have a video over on our YouTube page. Our social media team might be able to link one in to where you are right here. But essentially, if you're paying for Canva Pro, and you're only doing t-shirt designs on it, you could essentially stop paying and use our EasyView Online Designer here. Save you a little bit of money, save you a little bit of time, new layouts added in here. And then, yeah, if you go find artwork that you like, right? So we're gonna get out of our session here, and I'm just gonna start over again. Just go back, screen print, goof proof, right? And so say you have artwork that you want to upload, and or you got it from AI, or you got it from Pinterest, or you bought it from Etsy, right? Here, this Arizona desert, right? This, oh, you can't see my Finder window. I'm uploading artwork right now. This is a 852 by 875 1 megabyte image, right? So not print ready. But this is EasyView Online Designer, and we're going to make it print ready. So this is my design. So very, very low resolution. And so, yeah, all right here, ready to go. Keep original, remove all right, remove white background. I want to keep original. We're going to keep it all. And this is using the image editor. So that step that we just saw, we just kind of covered a little bit in the AI assist as well. So I do want to click this to spot color because I want to edit this and I want it to be a high resolution file, right? So here it does do this trace. So I'm picking up 3 colors in the design. Let's just go max and let me see if I can reprocess this. Hopefully it doesn't break. I am live streaming to you and I am on an internet connection. Look at that. And we got so much more detail in these mountains and the little specks and stuff that really make this feel like a Arizona desert theme. I've spent a lot of time in Arizona so far this year for shows, for events, for conferences. I want to get back out there and just go hike in those beautiful mountains out there. And we, of course, if you are in the Phoenix area, Transfer Express and Installs has a Phoenix location. You can stop down in Chandler and pick up Ultracolor Max same day if you order it early, right? And make that production cutoff. So cool. Let's add this spot color version in right here, right? So I'm just going to grab this and go object ungroup because we're going to put this on like a teal color shirt, right? So let's just say turquoise, right? So I'm just going to grab our background right here and delete. I could also grab any other color here. I don't even have to grab it, but anything else that is that color, let's just say no ink, right? So boom, we've got that set. Now we have all of this ready to go. I want to remove some of these elements in the sky. Yeah, no problem, right? Just to clean this up, we could go in here and pull whatever we want, right? And then I want to add text to it too, right? So now we're going outside the bounds of all of these layouts. But you'll find layouts in here that, of course, are trending, what we currently see on Etsy. We see this kind of like, what is this? They're calling like that color, hypercolor or something, like where it's collage, where it looks like Y2K. One of the current design trends, these like very retro 1990s inspired with the curved text and usually elements under it with the scripts and the serif fonts in here. Right, like this is very popular. That retro wave throwback 1990s kind of stuff. You'll see. So we have an entire team of designers that goes in here for any event or occasion, right? So looking at this, like this basketball layout, I literally saw at like Target, right? So something very, very similar you've seen at Target. This like kind of color block, these very stampy, bold, minimal looks are all what's currently trending in apparel design, right? So we give you all of this power at your fingertips, all the way down to stuff that's, hey, that Go Greek, look at that. Cindy had called that one out earlier, right? So we have all of these, even down to like inside shirt tags. You have all of these logos that are built to help your business really succeed. You're doing some racing, motorsports, right? Boom. We have all of these layouts right here that we could customize, swap cars out, do whatever we want, right? So I want to put some text here though and go outside these bounds. What did I just say? We're in Phoenix, right? So we could go in here and just start to choose our font, right? So let's just look up. I'm only in sport block, so that makes sense. We'll look here. I have one favorite that I'm kind of looking for, right? And I'm looking for Century. We could type it in right here at the top, and it's going to search it, or I'm already near the B's and the C's, right? So we're here, boom, Century. And I want it all caps, right? So we'll just go ahead and type it in all caps. Phoenix. We're going to pop that one right there. I do want to stretch it and give it more of that kind of like that retro vibe. We'll just go right here and change the color to be one of these colors that we have in our design, or because we're going to screen print this or whatever we want to do, let's just go here and I'll change my print method back over to that Ultracolor Max, full color Ultracolor Max. That's all in the bottom left-hand corner. So now, I mean, Canva's not pricing direct to film prints for you. Right. Now I know it's $3.72 right here for this image, right? So really cool stuff of what we have the capabilities. So I'm going to change that ink color right there. And we're just going to add another text thing here. Arizona And another thing that Canva doesn't do for you is doesn't give you the real apparel styles and allow you to really see what it's going to look like with the correct colorways, right? So cool, a little ballpoint pen kind of font like that. I'll go in here and grab, this rust color. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, right? So Phoenix, Arizona, we just designed something completely custom using this free online designer. You want to make that Arizona a little bit thicker? Let's add that outline that we were talking about earlier, right? Bring that down, and we're going to change this to rust. So now we got a little bit thicker on here. Boom. Perfect. Looks great. Let's mock it up. We want to show it to our customer, and this is exactly what they wanted to use. Now, this original image here, when I talk about like importing just this kind of image, I just prompted AI. If you are not using AI tools, you absolutely need to get on it. I kind of pushed back at first, and then I just full embraced it. It is an absolutely incredible tool in your toolbox, especially when time is money. If I wanted to custom illustrate something like this, it costs so much time. It's so much easier just to go straight on through here. Shannon says, I'm in Chandler, right? Stop by Chandler. We have our Group Stall West facility. You could order Ultra Color Max and pick it up the same day. So really, really great. Cut down on those shipping fees, and you have the world's best quality DTF literally in your backyard. So I was just out there a couple weeks ago. Great facility, great people. If you see Stacy, say hi. Say Dave says hi if you see Stacy out over there. So here we have this. I am just going to go through one little mock-up here. So we're going to click mock-up, and we will use apparel again. So say we're going to go, they want that Port & Company PC099. Now, I was out at the Sanmar facility out there in Avondale over on the east end of Phoenix, and wow. Love Sanmar, right? So PC099 is the Port & Company style, and they had something that looked just like this turquoise we were looking at, peacock, right? So that's going to pull in the exact colorway of what this peacock color is. Whoa, that's a lot brighter than I thought it was. Maybe we'll do something more like walnut. Perfect. A little bit more subdued, a little bit more natural, and bam, we got it. We just made this shirt literally from AI, and we have a print ready file that we know is going to cost us $3, whatever, 84 cents per image, whatever size we're actually at, right? So probably, yeah, a little bit smaller than what we currently were at. So let's say we're at 10 inches of where we were. Again, we want to make sure we have resize proportionately checked so we're not pulling things out of proportion. 10, so this is going to be $7.86 for just one transfer, and if you're picking it up, not even shipping on top of that. We'll go back and mock it up here. Now that's going to look exactly like how that does. Big full front right there. I'm going to download this. It's going to ask me what I want to name it, and I want to name it Arizona shirt, right? Boom. And we download. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out today. We designed so many shirts. I hope I showed you some really cool tips and tricks. We didn't necessarily get into inverting logos or doing any outlines. We looked a little bit at the pattern fills, which is cool. And a lot of the stuff that we talked about. Let us know if you want another one of these. Stay tuned. We'll go back in. Love this like live designing, right? Cindy threw out some scenarios of what she needed. And it's so awesome to be able to provide those right here, all in real time. But we're going to be tuning in live. Of course, the Heat Press for Profit podcast is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We do have a very special occasion because we are at episode 100 of our Heat Press for Profit podcast. So we've got some special guests that you may have recognized from earlier podcasts coming on who maybe haven't been on the podcast in a while. But we're going to talk about all things trending with apparel decorating right now, from designs and apparel styles to the trends that we see in DTF, or what's making the biggest difference for decorators that we are plugged into and talking to here today in 2025. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out, designing with me, right? Maybe we'll make it the next one a little bit more like a Bob Ross. We'll follow along. You're going to design something with me. And then, I don't know, maybe I could convince them to give me promo codes where like, hey, you could get one print for free or something. Does that sound good? Would that be cool? I know there's only a few of us still left hanging out, but for those 39 people still hanging out at the end of this live, maybe we'll get you some promo codes, right? Where on the next one, be sure you tune in, and we'll like right at the bonus hour right here be like, use promo code blank. I don't know. I'm going to have to convince them. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I had so much fun today. Hopefully you learned something. Get on over to EasyView Online Designer, log in. It's free. Just create an account. You could use it at stalls.com. You could use it too. It's just locked to Ultra Color Max. Where on Transfer Express, you have a little bit more of those differences. But until next time, happy designing, happy pressing. I had so much fun. Hope you learned something today. And let's go knock it out of the park, right? I'm going to keep my baseball analogies and puns going. Knock it out of the park. Let's make 2025 the best year yet, whether you could draw a stick figure or whether you can't. So absolutely. I see the love promo codes. That would be great. Thanks, Dave. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Debbie. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Tammy and Shannon for tuning in, and Whitney too. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Happy pressing, happy decorating, and happy designing in the EasyView Online Designer at Stalls or Transfer Express. 100% free. Get started today. What are you worried? Why are you still here? Their live's going to end. Go start designing or start your day, Cindy, over on the West Coast. Enjoy that coffee. We'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.